Welcome to the Slingshot Training Program. This is going to be a program that teaches you how to get your entire body into the shot. I don't want to sugarcoat it. The slingshot is a very athletic movement. This doesn't mean that you have to be an athlete to do it, but you have to learn to be more athletic to make it happen. You're not going to be able to get the most out of your body if you are not on the balls of your feet. I want you to take your feet shoulder width apart, maybe even a little wider, right there. I want you to stay flat-footed, and I want your legs to be straight. Take a deep breath, relax your whole body. Now I want you to turn your hips, just your hips, turn them back and forth. This is an example of a non-athletic movement. Now, I want you to bend your knees just a little bit. Just bend the knees a little bit. Now, I want you to get up on your toes and then down on the balls of your feet so that you know the difference. My legs are shaking a little bit because now I'm having to balance. If you're not kind of struggling to stay on balance, then you're probably not on the balls of your feet. I want you to turn your hip and feel the balance and the weight on the left leg. And you're struggling. You're struggling because you're balancing. Turn, oh, see, all the weight's on the left. Turn my hip this way. Now I can feel the weight on my right. It's been probably 8 years since I played competitive basketball, which means I don't spend a whole lot of time on the balls of my feet. So it took me some time, and I'm an ex-athlete, to get used to it again. So this is gonna take some time, and you could do it in your living room. We're simply gonna X step back and forth. Stay balanced. You can feel the weight moving around. Now I'm gonna teach you how to transfer your weight while turning your hips with your legs. You should be staggered when you make your move. So once you staggered here, you're gonna balance on your left ball of your foot. You're gonna set this foot down on the ball of this foot. When you do that, I want you to try to maintain a vertical position over the left leg and balanced on the ball of your foot and feel all that weight right here. This is on the ground. If you can feel more than 10% of that weight, then you have to get back on this side. The goal is for you to feel both feet on the ground, but all the weight on this side. A little wider, on the balls. I turn the leg, and now the weight is here. At this point, I am flat-footed, braced. This has balance in bracing. You can feel it. You can feel pressure there. The hips have been turned that way, and I am not over the leg. I am back. You are learning to use your leg to turn your hips. Power, 50 feet, 100 feet. Don't leave it behind.
Balanced on the right foot, the weight is leaning back. Body hasn't moved at all. In fact, he's leaning back a little bit, keeping that weight on the left leg. And as you can see, he's on the ball of his left foot, balancing right there. You can see a little space under there. He is balancing on this left side. All the weight is right there. He's going to reach this leg out, setting it down on the toe. All the weight is still right here. Now he is not going to shift his body sideways. He's going to spin his upper body with his leg and his left arm, and you're going to see the weight transfer from this leg to this leg. The weight is transferred at this point, and he's flat-footed, braced. This is the shape that you have to make, and this is how vertical you have to be. Most notably, you are not over the knee at all.
It doesn't look like that, which is what happens if you only turned your hips. They turn their hips with the help of their leg. Feel the weight go to here. Balance, step, turn it in. This is not a side-to-side movement whatsoever like this. This is not a part of this at all. This is a complete turn at all times. You're fully spinning as the weight is transferring. Very unique movement, very unique way to transfer weight. At least in my experience, when I played basketball, it was like, okay, weight's over here, and now weight's over here. But now it's the same principle, but the weight gets transferred in the middle of a spin. Very interesting. Keep it in mind. I think that's why figure skating is such a great analogy. We are not moving the upper body. The upper body stays vertical. It does not do anything but turn with the hips, which is turned with the leg. Left vertical, right vertical, back to left vertical, land, turn. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching the Slingshot training program. This is just episode 1. We're gonna build the whole thing up slowly, and we're gonna focus on how we feel, because you have to be relaxed, loose, and you have to feel that weight, and it has to be felt in an athletic way. Because when it comes to slingshotting, you are turning your whole body, and then you have a whip behind that gets slingshotted.